Okay, so deep in Maharashtra, India, there's this place, the Kailash Temple. And let me tell you, it's one of the biggest architectural puzzles on the entire planet. Seriously. It's so incredible, so, well, strange, that for centuries it's completely scrambled our ideas about what ancient people could actually do. So today, we're going to dig into the source material and try to figure out just why this temple is such an enduring, unsolved mystery.
All right, let's just jump right into the single most insane fact about this place, because you kind of have to hear it to believe it. The Kailash Temple, it wasn't built. They didn't stack stones or lay bricks. No, they took an entire mountain and carved the whole thing, top to bottom, out of that single, solid piece of rock.
And right there, that's what makes it totally different from pretty much every other wonder of the ancient world. It's not about what they put together, it's about what they took away.
Yeah, this really gets to the heart of the puzzle. Just think about it for a second. The pyramids, the Taj Mahal, they all start from the ground and go up, right? Piece by piece. But the people who made Kailash, they did the complete opposite. They started at the very top of a massive cliff and carved their way down. I mean, they literally chiseled away the mountain to reveal the temple hidden inside. It's wild.
But that crazy method, it just leads us to an even bigger problem. Because when you start looking at the numbers, the sheer scale of this thing, well, that's when it gets really weird. The math just doesn't work.
Get this. To create the temple, they had to remove an estimated 400,000 tons of rock. I mean, that's not dirt, that's solid, hard basalt. 400,000 tons, chipped away by hand to create all the detailed courtyards, halls, and statues you see.
And here's the real kicker, the part that just breaks your brain. According to the historical records we have, they did all of this in just 18 years. Yeah, 18. Between 756 and 773 AD.
So this is where the math totally falls apart, based on everything we think we know about ancient tools. Modern experts have crunched the numbers. They figured, okay, let's say you have 7,000 workers going at it for 12 hours a day, every single day, no breaks, for all 18 years. Even with that insane effort, they could have only removed about 85,000 tons of rock. But they removed 400,000. That means they were working somehow over 4 times faster than we think is even remotely possible.
And if that wasn't enough, there's another huge problem. What do you do with 400,000 tons of rubble? That's a literal mountain of debris. But if you go there today, there is absolutely no sign of it, not a trace, anywhere in the area. It's like it just vanished into thin air.
So the big question is, how on earth did they do it? And this is where things get really interesting, because the theories, well, they're pretty out there, as you'll see from the source material. All right, let's dive into some of the wilder explanations from old legends and texts. And we'll start with a story that's straight up divine intervention. So the legend goes like this. The local king's wife gets sick, and she makes a vow. She won't eat a single bite until she can see the top of a brand new, magnificent temple. Her advisors are like, whoa, that could take years. So in desperation, she prays to the god Shiva. And Shiva answers. He gifts the architect a divine superweapon, something called the Astra.
And this thing, the Astra, wasn't just some fancy chisel. The stories say it could slice through solid rock like it was butter. But here's the crazy part. It supposedly vaporized the rock it cut away, and then just flew the waste material off into the sky. Well, that would solve both problems in one shot, wouldn't it? The impossible speed and the missing mountain of rubble? The legend even says that after the job was done, they buried the weapon deep in the temple's basements.
Okay, but what if it wasn't a magic weapon? What if it was just lost technology? The source material brings up another cool idea. Maybe the secrets to building Kailash were written down in ancient engineering books, all stored in the legendary library of Nalanda University. But when that incredible library was burned down in 1193, all that advanced knowledge might have just gone up in smoke, lost to history forever.
And whenever you have a mystery this big, this unexplainable, people are going to start looking up. The source material even asks the question, kind of comparing it to a modern-day Area 51. Was the technology they used not from around here? Okay, but let's pull back from the aliens and superweapons for a minute and come back down to Earth. Because for every wild theory, there's another, more grounded one that's all about what humans are capable of.
This idea says, hey, maybe we're not looking at alien tech. Maybe we're just looking at the absolute peak of human skill, dedication, and pure genius. Is it possible we're just completely underestimating what generations of master craftsmen could do with simple tools like hammers and chisels when they poured their entire lives into it?
And you know what? This isn't just some vague idea. We actually have a name. There are inscriptions found right there from between the 11th and 13th centuries that credit an architect named Kokasa with creating the temple. That's real, solid evidence that connects this masterpiece to an actual human being.
But now, let's get to what might be the creepiest part of this whole story. Because what if the real secret of Kailash isn't in the amazing structure we can see, but in what we can't? What's been hidden away on purpose?
I mean, the temple itself is stunning, no doubt, but that might only be half the story. Because deep beneath those courtyards and halls, there's something else.
See, the sources are clear on this. Right under the temple, there's a whole network of caves and tunnels. And get this, decades ago, you could actually go into some of them. But now, they're totally sealed off, locked up by the government. No one gets in.
So you have to ask, why? Why seal them up? The official story is, safety concerns. But the rumors, the rumors tell a much crazier story. There are reports of weirdly high radiation levels coming from down there. There are old stories that the British East India Company looted the caves and maybe even found that legendary Brahmastra. And then there's the wildest claim of all.
The source material tells this absolutely bone-chilling story. It's about an alleged audio recording from an explorer who supposedly snuck into the sealed caves back in 2016. He says that down there, in the dark, he found something unbelievable. A body with blue skin and a head that was way too big for its body. His words were, "It was not like us. It was very different."
So what is the Kailash Temple? A monument to human genius? A product of forgotten technology? Or something else? Whatever the answer is, this place holds its secrets tight. And it leaves us with a really tough question, doesn't it? If the keys to understanding our own past, or maybe something more, are locked away underground, should we be trying to open that door, no matter what's waiting for us on the other side?